Hello everybody, hope everybody's doing great today. I hope this video finds you well, whether it be in the daytime or in the nighttime. And today we're going to be talking about All of Us Are Dead, and but I'm alive. And this is a great new Korean show that you can find on Netflix, and it's probably one of the most important zombie movies that has been made in recent years. It has a lot of topics that are important for today. It touches on today's society, and I'm excited to get into this. Basically, what this show is about a scientist who's a high school teacher whose son is being bullied, and he was trying to come up with a way to help his son stand up to these bullies. So one of the main focuses of this series is kids being bullied in school, and this seems to be a rampant thing because you see it focus here in America as well as in foreign countries as well, especially in Asia, Japan, and Korea. If you watch their shows, it's a lot deals with kids being bullied. Basically, bullying has been around forever, but we're not going to get into much of that right now. But yeah, so it starts out of that being a main focus is kids, trampling on other kids and the effects that this bullying has on both the bullies and on those that they're being bullied. And that's basically what the first episode focuses on before we get to the zombie outbreak. And and also the show will focus on the teachers and those who are in charge of the kids, and does the teachers and them really have the children's the children's best interest when they make their decisions. We see these in flashbacks of these kids being bullied and how they went to those who are supposed to be in charge, and how they handled their situation. And let's just say it wasn't always in the kids' best interest, especially the ones that are being bullied, and that the teachers were basically trying to protect themselves. A little spoiler there, I guess. And as the outbreak goes on, this show then starts to focus on the government and the government response. As the government's response really in the interest of those that they're in charge of these children that are trapped in this high school, and also as the virus spreads out through the city, is the government's interest really best for the citizens of this, and what authority does the government have into protecting its citizens from sickness? In this case, zombie outbreak, but in our last couple years, we've had the good old COVID, and we've seen throughout the world how governments respond to this. So in a way, this could be a critique on government's response to the COVID outbreak. This substitute zombies for COVID, and you'll see some of the similar things. I don't know if this was made before the COVID or not, or if it was made during COVID. But it does do a great social commentary on what's the government's responsibility in handling a disease that has potential of killing many people. Of course, like I said before many times already in the last minute, and this movie is about the zombies, how it's spreading out through people to people. But if we do it in real life, you can definitely see how the COVID stuff, how the government's respond to that. Some are very strict, some have been kind of loosey-goosey about it and their different response. And does the governments really have their citizens in their best interest? And what is the role of the government in controlling these things? You'll find this as an undertone of this movie, of this series. It's not like right there in your face, but it's there here and there throughout each episode. This show does mainly focus on the students in the high school and how they're trying to survive and to escape this horrific ordeal that they are in. The show does have great characters, characters that you'll love, characters that you'll hate, you'll root, and this right off the bat, nobody is safe in this show. People that you love, you really care about, will turn into zombies. People that you hate will turn into zombies, which is always good, seeing the bad guys get their just desserts. However, you'll see these bad guys do some horrific damage to those characters that you like and that you love, and you'll definitely end up hating them more than the actual zombies who are going through this, which is very good, because a show that just has like mindless zombies going around killing people gets kind of tiring, especially when it's a 16 episodes. Each episode's about an hour long, so about 16 hours of just trying to run away from zombies could get boring. But this series does not have any boring moments. Really, every episode is great, every minute is great, and adding these characters who are not zombies but also bad kind of adds more drama to it, especially when the zombies start to evolve. There's some zombies that evolve and they become more interesting in that way. This is kind of like a couple of things that kind of stick out to me. It could be influences as Resident Evil, as we see a scientist messing with a virus to enhance that created this whole problem in the first place. And then if you ever watched, for your anime fans, High School of the Dead, it has a little bit of that, because this takes place in a high school, and it has some similarities in that, except for if there's not so much fan service, if you know what I mean. In this one, if you're romantic, you do get some romantic scenes in this, and there's some comedy in here to lighten up the mood. But, you know, and also the show really shows some ingenious ways that the kids interact and trying to escape the zombies, and they're all practical. I don't really remember too many eye-rolling moments. I mean, there is one eye-rolling moment about a kid who jumps out a window, but he's able to catch onto a rope. It's kind of like, okay, whatever. But like everything was realistic. There's not too many plot armor for these kids as they escape their dangers. It's pretty much realistic. I mean, there is, now that I'm thinking about it off the top of my head, there is some plot armor where, you know, there's a couple instances where you would say this, somebody should have got bitten at least. However, it's, considering it's a zombie movie, it's pretty realistic in how things happen and unfold. So if you're new to our channel, when we review things, we only got 3 criteria: recommend with caution, and stay away from. This one I would highly recommend, especially if you're a zombie fan. You will love this. It's great. Like I said, I enjoyed every episode. No episodes was wasted. There's no filler time, really. You get to know your characters very well, their insides and their thoughts. You'll enjoy the heroes, you'll hate the villains, and the ending, you'll be satisfied. You won't be jubilant. It's not a jubilant ending, and it's not a depressing ending. It's just a satisfying ending to the show. And what's great about these Korean series is that they finish everything in about 16 to 20 episodes. You don't have to wait 10 years to get your ending, which is fantastic. It's something I really love, and because you know, these writers, you can actually see these writers plan a beginning, a middle, and an end, while here in America they just keep on going for seasons after seasons after seasons, just as long as the ratings are good, which sometimes hurts the series, and they become more unsatisfying as they go along. So yes, so I hope you enjoyed this video. And until next time, bye.